Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go? Hey, on Live Music Nation podcast, I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today, we are with Richard Rivas, Lobo Theater, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Richard, thanks for being on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Richard, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up and how did you get to be in the position that you're in now?
Well, I pretty much an Albuquerque native from Texas, but lived here most of my life. And, I own a real estate company, commercial real estate company, and a construction company. And this actual is one of my listings, and I decided to do it instead of somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me about the theater itself and I guess what made you want to get involved?
Well, this is a historic theater. It's the oldest theater on Route 66.
Okay.
Established in 1938, and it was opened by Paramount Pictures. So there's just a ton of history.
Wow.
With this place, and it's one of the properties that I manage and I lease, and it's been a church for a few years, maybe 15 years, and with the pandemic, it kind of shut this area down, which is the heart of Albuquerque, Nob Hill. And we just basically, I just decided I could probably do a better job than anybody else in this establishment.
Did you have a theatrical or a musical background?
I sang in a rock band when I was very young, and I was pathetic, but that's about it. But I used to have a catering company, and we used to cater all the backstage concerts in Santa Fe, here in Albuquerque, and they would fly us even into Arizona. So we're familiar with all the music part of it, but that was years ago. And I had a restaurant, fine dining background. I managed some of the nicest restaurants here in town. And so, yeah, I had some of this background. At the end of the day, business is business, and you just need it's more of a dream for me. So just got to stick with what my vision is. And I think we're going to be extremely successful.
That's awesome. We've talked to truck drivers, we've talked to farmers who have taken over event venues, but I don't think we've ever talked to real estate. And so that's interesting that you found that pull. So I'm going to make the assumption that had you not stepped in, this building was probably going to continue to deteriorate.
I don't think so. The management company is amazing, which is my company, by the way. But so we wouldn't let that happen. We're fortunate that we have amazing owners that we're just looking for the right fit, and that's what we're doing to rebuild this area to be, one of the safest and places to go when you come into Albuquerque. So it would have happened either with me or somebody else, but I'm fortunate they took a chance on me.
Okay, very good. Tell us about some of the events that you have had going on here recently at the Lobo Theater.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we had Jimmy Vaughn. I would have to say amazing. He played for 2 hours and 15 minutes straight, and his whole staff, band, they're all just good people. And you can just tell that's what's happening now. People are just having, a good time, wanting to get out, be with the people, and do their thing. So we have some, Flatland Cavalry, which is an upcoming country band. You might have heard of them.
Yeah.
They just signed with Capitol, and they're going to be here this week. We got a lot of support from a lot of people in Albuquerque, in New Mexico, and trying to make this venue the place for quality shows. So, I mean, we're very fortunate. We had Big Head or Todd Snyder here. I don't know if you heard of him. He's just awesome. We had English Beat earlier this year. You're too young for that, but they're a ska band from when I was in high school, and it was a Sunday night packed. It was just
Wow.
we've just been very fortunate.
So tell us about the venue. What's your capacity? What are some things that are unique about it?
Well, it is, 1938. We've done, God, all the electrical plumbing, upgraded it to the full extent, but kept it with the same schwanky, 30-40 theme that it started with. And it's very comfortable. But it's beautiful. You have to come down and check it out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's have a little fun here. Tell us, Richard, what's the best concert you've ever seen in your entire life?
It's hard. That's a loaded question. Being in doing all the concerts, all the backstage, all that kind of stuff. I've seen, Tina Turner. I've seen, Pearl Jam at Telluride in their element. I've seen, George Strait's probably one of the nicest, greatest guys you'll ever meet, and just amazing shows. So, I've just seen, Rolling Stones. I've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers. I just saw them with my kids. There's just and I love all music, so I can't say.
You got to give me one. You got to give me one. The best concert you've ever seen.
I would have to say, when I saw Led Zeppelin with, and actually it was Page and Plant with John Bottom's son on the drums. They had a full symphony behind them. Right now I'm getting chills. It was pretty moving.
Yep. Okay, very good. Second question, dead or alive, you could bring one concert to the Lobo Theater. Who would you bring?
Wow. I never saw Tom Petty.
Okay.
I think I would love to have seen that. And I hate myself for not ever seeing him live, but I think Tom Petty would be, of course, Rolling Stones or any of those big bands, but that's one I haven't seen. So
yeah, I think those are big. I think anytime you have that regret of, oh, I wish I would have seen so and so, that's kind of who goes to the top of the list for sure. Right. Very good. Richard, how can people find out more about what you're doing for Lobo Theater?
I think just going onto our website, social media, loboabq.com. We are, we're getting tons of activity right now. We do everything from weddings to, because it's basically, this is the lounge and it's going to be open on a daily basis. And then the theater part is the event center.
Sure.
So we have big social events. We have, the Latin Kings of Comedy were here last week.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of different stuff. It's just not music.
Okay.
But one of the things is we really want to promote local artists here, because we have, it's the Netflix just made this one of their prime areas, and they bring in a lot of these artists to come and do music for these shows, and we have it right here.
Yeah.
Right. So
super good. Very good. Very good. Well, I personally am looking forward to seeing it and hope to be a part of it in the future. So thank you, Richard, for joining us today, and we will look forward to checking it out.
Jake, I appreciate it, and I appreciate what you do. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine.